This is the Week 8 GAC Rewind. I'm Chase Hartzell. East Central is now on a 6-game win streak for the first time since 1984 after its 42-28 win over Southeastern Oklahoma State in the 99th meeting between the two teams. With the game tied 14-14 in the second quarter, ECU scored 28 straight points to build a 35-14 lead midway through the third quarter. SWOSU added 2 touchdowns to set the 14-point margin, but the Tigers never lost control. Kenny Hearns here threw for 239 yards and 3 touchdowns, including this 88-yard touchdown pass to Jaquan Lincoln on the first play of the drive early in the third quarter. Here's Mike Manos of X Factor Radio with the call.
And they will have it at their own 12-yard line after the punt by Van Winkle. Back to pass. Kenny going long down the middle of the field. Wide open. Link at the 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20 down the sidelines. 10, 5. Touchdown Tigers. 88 yards to number 1. And the Tigers blow it open.
Ouachita running back TJ Cole put together his second consecutive game of 200-plus yards rushing and tied a GAC record with 6 rushing touchdowns, helping number 4 Ouachita move to 8-0 with a 63-31 win over SAU in the Murphy USA Classic in El Dorado, Arkansas. Southern Arkansas held an early 14-7 lead, but the Tigers took control with the ground game and built a 35-17 lead themselves. SAU would cut the Ouachita lead to 11 in the third quarter, but a strong fourth quarter from the Tigers put the game out of reach. Cole's 5th touchdown of the game came early in the fourth quarter and gave Ouachita a 49-31 lead. Here's Rex Nelson on the Ouachita Football Network.
On the direct snap, it will go to the senior All-American TJ Cole. Cole calls for the snap, takes it, goes over right tackle to the 2. Cole to the 1. Cole to the land of milk and honey. Touchdown, Ouachita, with 10:52 left in the fourth quarter.
It was a high-scoring affair in Monticello Saturday as Harding outscored UAM 56-43. The Bison's strong ground game resulted in 4 touchdowns, but it was a 75-yard touchdown pass and a 97-yard fumble return for a score that put separation between the Bisons and the Boll Weevils. Harding led 28-21 at halftime and extended the lead on a 75-yard touchdown from Cole Keelan to Cage City with just under 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Clark Griffin then returned to fumble 97 yards for a score 3 minutes later. Here's the call from Billy Morgan on the Harding Sports Network.
And now it's 4th and goal from the 1. Empty backfield from the 1. They're going to go. Snap it to Kleinpeter. Kleinpeter, he lost the football. It's scooped up and returned. Picked up at the 3-yard line down the left sideline. And nobody is going to catch Griffin. Midfield to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Harding. Clark Griffin scooped it up and returns it 95-plus yards. We'll see what the official return on it is, but it's a scoop and score, and the Bisons with a quick turn right there now lead it by 20.
Southeastern racked up 591 yards of total offense and got 5 touchdown passes from quarterback Dalton Hatley in a 62-14 win over Oklahoma Baptist. The Savage Storm led 42-0 at halftime thanks to a 35-point second quarter and eventually built that lead to 55-0. Hatley completed 81% of his passes and threw for 332 yards. Marquise Gray had 125 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns, and DeAndre Wheeler rushed for 106 yards and 2 touchdowns himself. Here's the first of Gray's 3 touchdown receptions from Jay Lindley on the Southeastern Sports Network.
Snap from the right hash on 1st and 10. Play action. Hatley goes right toward Gray, one-on-one, and a diving grab. Is it in? It is. Touchdown, Southeastern. Marquise Gray from 27 yards out. What does he do, Rob?
Catch touchdowns, Jade.
Make it back-to-back wins for Southern Nazarene for the first time since 2018 after a 27-21 win over Northwestern Oklahoma State. With the game tied at 21 early in the fourth quarter, Southern Nazarene quarterback Gage Porter rushed for his 3rd touchdown of the day on a 21-yard run with 10:38 left to play. The teams went back and forth the majority of the fourth quarter before Northwestern had a chance to tie and take the lead with a 1st and goal situation. Southern Nazarene forced an incompletion on 4th and goal from the 5 to secure the win. Here's that call from Sean Thurman.
So now 3 wides on the right. He's looking to the right. He throws over the middle. It is broken up. It was in the hands of Torrance Stevens. They had the look that they wanted, but the SNU secondary steps up and breaks up the pass and will take over with 1:45 left to play.
Henderson State moved to 6-2 with a 35-19 win over Arkansas Tech in the 98th meeting between the teams, thanks to a strong third quarter and the quarterback-receiver connection of Andrew Edwards and Xavier Malone. The Reddies led 21-13 at halftime before Edwards and Malone connected twice in the third quarter to stretch the Reddy lead to 35-13. Edwards passed for 302 yards on the day, 207 of which went to Malone. The second scoring strike between Edwards and Malone, an 80-yard pass on the first play of the drive, provided the last score of the day for the Reddies. Here's Blake Smith with that call on the Ready Sports Network.
Little play fake. Edwards goes to the air. Malone one-on-one in stride. 40, 30, and Malone takes his time, and he'll stroll into the end zone. Touchdown Reddies. 80 yards. Edwards to Malone.
This week in the GAC, we have one Thursday night game as East Central travels to Ouachita for a 6 p.m. kickoff. On Saturday, there will be 4 games kicking off at 2 p.m., including Southern Arkansas at Oklahoma Baptist, Southwestern Oklahoma State at Arkansas Tech, Southeastern Oklahoma State at Arkansas Monticello, and Henderson State at Southern Nazarene. Harding hosts Northwestern Oklahoma State in the only 3 p.m. kickoff of the day. This has been the Week 8 GAC Rewind. I'm Chase Hartzell.